Mars, a frozen, rust-colored desert hanging silently in the blackness of space. Billions of years ago, this planet was alive with rushing rivers and massive oceans. Our science community found clear signs that water once drenched this world, and we are now almost certain that life once existed there. But today, the red planet is completely barren. The core cooled down, the protective magnetic shield vanished, and the solar winds stripped the atmosphere away. Now it is a frozen wasteland. Living there seems almost impossible. The air is too thin to breathe, cosmic rays bake the surface constantly, and the cold is brutal enough to freeze carbon dioxide. Yet, humanity has this unstoppable obsession to go there. We want to touch that red dust. And to build a real colony there, our scientists just made some mind-blowing breakthroughs. So, let's look at the breakthroughs making this possible. To actually reach that distant world, we first need to rethink how we travel through the dark void. If you have ever wondered why we aren't on Mars yet, the answer is simple. Our current rockets are just too heavy and slow, but our science community might have just solved this. We successfully tested a powerful new rocket engine that feeds on lithium. It uses magnetic fields to turn this metal into a super hot plasma jet. Think of it like swapping a heavy old coal engine for a sleek modern electric motor. This breakthrough gives us massive thrust with only a fraction of the fuel. It means we could finally have the muscle needed for human missions to the red planet. Honestly, this completely changes the timeline for deep space travel. I might need to start packing my bags sooner than I thought. Now, having a faster engine is great, but it gets even better if you also find a shorter route. Let's be honest, spending 9 months in a tiny metal tube with the same 3 people sounds like a nightmare. Luckily, our orbital experts just discovered an interplanetary shortcut to Mars. They mapped out hidden gravitational pathways in space. These act like fast-moving cosmic rivers. By catching these invisible currents, our spacecraft can shave months off the trip. It's exactly like finding a secret traffic-free back road on your morning commute. This route reduces the danger of deadly cosmic radiation for our astronauts. We're not just building better ships anymore, we're finally learning how to read the highway system of the universe. Of course, traveling light is the golden rule of any long road trip, because packing for an entire planet is impossible.
Imagine trying to launch a rocket from Earth that carries every single brick and steel game needed to build a city on Mars. It is too heavy, and it is way too expensive. So we found a surprisingly realistic alternative. We are going to mine nearby asteroids while we're on the way. Our engineers designed a system where automated mining probes capture passing space rocks. They extract raw metals and water ice right out of them. It's basically a pit stop at a cosmic grocery store. This allows us to manufacture tools and building materials directly in space. We're finally moving away from just visiting space, and we're learning how to live off the land. But even with the best tools, a colony cannot survive on metal alone. We eventually need real food. If you think your local soil is bad for gardening, the dirt on Mars is actually toxic. It's full of harsh chemicals and lacks any life. But our astrobiologists just brought a secret weapon into the lab: fungi. We discovered that certain robust mushroom species can actually eat the toxic elements in Martian soil. They break down the harsh rocks and turn them into rich, fertile ground. Think of these little fungi as nature's own recycling crew, working hard to prep the soil for our future crops. This means our first astronauts might actually grow fresh vegetables in Martian greenhouses instead of eating packaged space food forever. Potatoes are officially back on the menu, folks. Once we can feed ourselves, the final step is fixing the weather outside the greenhouse. Right now, Mars is a freezing, dead desert. To fix this, we need to warm it up. Our climate modelers just designed a wild but practical plan to trap heat on the planet. we can manufacture engineered greenhouse particles using the metal dust already found on the Martian surface. Then we release these tiny aerosols into the atmosphere. They act like a giant invisible thermal blanket wrapped around the globe. This is not science fiction anymore. Our simulations show this method is thousands of times more efficient than any previous plan. We're talking about raising the temperature enough to melt ice and unleash flowing water. We're literally rewriting the future of a whole world. When you look at all these pieces together, Mars doesn't feel like a distant, impossible dream anymore. We're building the engines, finding the shortcuts, and even learning how to farm the toxic soil. These aren't just isolated laboratory experiments. They're the first steps of humanity becoming a multi-planetary species. It makes you realize that the frontier isn't closed. It's just waiting for us out there in the night sky. And honestly, being alive right now to witness the very beginning of this cosmic leap, that's the most exciting part of all. Thank you for exploring the cutting edge with us today. Keep questioning, keep staying curious. We'll see you in the next one, and as always, stay fresh.